Coffee's good. Alright, welcome to Primary Defensive Solutions. My name is Anthony, and today we are going to be talking about this 12.5-inch AR-15 build I have here. This video will be part of a series where the team and I discuss different builds and setups and the changes we make along the way, along with different philosophies that we have for why we set up these weapons the way we do. This 12.5-inch SBR I have here was intended to be in a sweet spot where 5.56 is still very effective while still being a very small package at the same time. 10.5-inch is a little bit too short, abuses the parts too much, while 16-inch can be a little bit too long for CQB. The main talking point is going to be this upper receiver group, which is made by BCM, is a 12.5-inch barrel. The barrel is made of chrome moly, vanadium, manganese phosphate coated, chrome line bore and chamber. 1 in 7 twists, pretty decent stuff. On the tip, I have a Sons of Liberty Gunworks Nox, timed for right-hand shooter because I am right-handed. Pretty decent muzzle device. It acts as a suppressor mount for my Dead Air Sandman S, and without the suppressor, keeps the muzzle pretty flat, albeit a little concussive for whoever's next to me. Right behind it, basic A2 front sight post. I'm a stickler for that. I also have a surefire M300 weapon sight with just a regular tail cap. More than enough light for what I need it for. And then BCM short angle grip. These things are mounted on a BCM polymer handguard, M-lock. Plain and simple, gets it done. Optic wise, I have a Aimpoint Pro with just its basic mount, absolute co-witness, my personal preference, and rear sight is magpul and bus. Plain and simple, nothing fancy. Bolt carrier group is also BCM, magnetic particle inspected, high pressure tested, all the good stuff. Now, the charging handle I have is a Radian Raptor SD. It helps vents the gas sideways instead of towards my face due to all the cutouts it has on the main body. When I shoot and suppress, I don't like stuff coming back to my face. Do as you will with that information. The lower receiver I have is just a Palmetto State Armory M4A1 Mark blower. Nothing fancy about it. Lower is a lower. Gets the job done. Lower parts kit is mostly going to be a Palmetto State Armory lower parts kit minus a few things. The safety selector I have here is a Radian Talon. I have it set at a 45-degree throw. Nice, tactile, very effective. Trigger guard I have is a magpul MOE. Pistol grip I have is a magpul K2. Keeps my wrist at a pretty decent angle when I'm shooting this. The buffer system I have in here is a geissele Super 42 with an H2 buffer. I like the H2 buffer with this build because unsuppressed it seems to eject brass casings about 3 o'clock. That's about where I like to keep it at, just in case I ever need to shoot steel case ammo. It's at least going to be reliable for the most part without abusing the system. The sling I have on here is a Blue Force Gear Vickers sling. It is probably one of my favorite slings of all time. Has a nice little pull tab right here that you can adjust on like the tightness on this. I have like 5 of these on my gun, so shows you how much I like them. Since this is a registered SBR lower, I do have a B5 Soft Mod enhanced buttstock on here. Just something I seem to like. Pretty comfortable for me. The little storage compartments help me position my cheek in the right place. So when I present my rifle, I can see down my sight pretty easily. And then the main part I like the most about this build right now is the trigger. It is a geissele SSP, or single stage precision, with a flat bow on it. It pulls at about 3.5 pounds. This is the wall right here. Breaks nice and smooth. Yeah. Get some. Accuracy wise, it's not bad. I have it zeroed for 50 yards with my Hornady critical defense, 73 grain loads. It groups decent with it. With that load, it'll print probably about less than an inch at 25 yards. Gets the job done. What it really seems like is IMI 55 grain. I was just messing around with it, shooting some short groups at 25 yards, and all 3 rounds were just touching each other. Winchester M855, adequate enough for combat accuracy. It'll get the job done. Reliability wise, I've had about 3 malfunctions out of 400 rounds I've shot through it. I've shot anywhere between Norma SS109, Winchester M855, IMI 55 grain. I've shot Hornady critical defense through it. All those seems to run well for the most part, minus Norma. I had 2 blown primers out of it. Granted, with all the ammo situation that happened from 2020 all the way up to 2022, I might have picked up a bad batch from here and there. And then the other malfunction was a magazine related issue. I had to double feed. Overall performance so far out of 400 rounds, I like how this thing shoots. Accuracy is there, reliability is there, albeit a tad bit overgassed, but that's to be expected with certain guns when you want it to be reliable. I plan to shoot this thing a lot more, test it out, put it through its paces, and probably make some more changes throughout the whole build as I test it as well. Other than that, it's a BCM upper. Good, reliable, definitely worth the money. Other than that, this is Anthony from Primary Defensive Solutions, logging off. Alright, thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. It really helps out with the YouTube algorithm. If you like what we post here, you can also follow us on Instagram at Primary Defensive Solutions.